YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're going to be talking about Moon Knight, episode 6, entitled Gods and Monsters. All right? Now, if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and we on to the next one, right? So, again, Moon Knight, episode 6, entitled Gods and Monsters. It's the season finale, y'all. You feel me? It's over. But yeah, let's get into this breakdown. So we started off, Arthur has a midst totem, and I'm thinking that this is the time that passed by while we're seeing the beginning of the last episode with Steve and Mark inside the psych ward, you know, talking to that version of Arthur and dealing with what they're dealing with. Some of that time was some of this time. So now we're seeing what happened while, you know, for the people that were alive at that time. So Arthur has Amit's totem, Amit's totem, and he's about to leave the tomb with his worshippers, whatever you want to say, servants, and they're about to actually go ahead and release Amit. Layla, is still in that area, and she sees Mark's body after they leave, and she goes over there and she tries to wake up Mark, but it ain't happening, and so she gets pissed off, and her whole thing is that she's about to follow Arthur and try to do ruin his plan as best as she can, even if it's just her alone, she's gonna do what she can. So Arthur is being followed by Layla at this point. We see through a scene that Arthur's power to judge souls has become much greater at this point. Like with his staff, it's much greater at this point because of I guess him just having a totem or whatever. I'm not sure. And then in this scene where we see him demonstrate this higher power within judging souls, we see that Layla's about to actually go ahead and try to attack him and try to kill him. And we can kind of see him like sense her. If she would have got closer, I feel like he would have been like, yo, Layla, chill out. You know what I'm saying? But she was a little bit in the background, and she was, heading up closer to him. And then there was these bodies that are dead at this point because they have been judged. And the goddess, I don't know her name, the hippo goddess, she ends up taking over some of these bodies as Layla's walking towards him. She's like, yo, stop. Mark sent me, Mark said this and that, this is how you're going to be able to, stop Amit. And so, first she wasn't listening, but as she listened to each person that this hippo goddess had took over, she gained knowledge of, hey, you know what? I need to listen to her if I'm going to be able to stop Amit. And also, now I know a way to possibly bring back Mark. You know what I'm saying? I got a free Khonshu. So she kind of just, stops trying to kill Arthur. Because he's too strong. So she knows that she needs to find Khonshu's totem and break it, and that's going to, bring Khonshu back to life. And also, the goddess offered for Layla to be her avatar, you feel me? So she can get some powers. And Layla's like, nah. But I'm like, it's going to happen, bro. Come on, it's going to happen. So she's on her way to do her little secret thing while Arthur's doing his thing. So Arthur and his henchman, as well as Layla, secretly, they get to the tomb of the gods. You feel me? And the gods know that Arthur's there, and he's there to try to release Amit. So the other gods try to prevent him, but they can't stop him. I don't know why, but they can't stop him. I don't know why, but they cannot stop him. So Arthur does release Amit. And during all that, the battle between like the gods trying to prevent, you know, Arthur from releasing Amit, Layla goes to get Khonshu's totem, you know what I'm saying, so she can release him. You know, like I said, and then um, we end up seeing that Ahmed is talking to Arthur, and you know, he's letting her know I got a lot of followers. She's saying that, you know, your scales are imbalanced, but they're imbalanced because you're gonna be my avatar. And he's like, you know, I got other followers that willing to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you need to choose someone else, then do so. She's like, nah, like you did this, you got me here, so you're gonna be my avatar. You know what I'm saying? No worries about it. And so she basically makes Arthur her avatar. Ahmed does. Layla releases Khonshu. They make a plan to bind Ahmed um, with Arthur so that he can be destroyed. Um, uh, we have a scene where Mark has the ability to stay at this holy haven that, you know, has been welcomed into. But he knows that he can't live like this. He needs to try to free Stephen if he can. And so the goddess, the hippo goddess, is like, look, if you leave this place, you're not going to be able to come back. Um, you know, so I don't know what that means. If he was to die, like, does that mean he can't go to heaven no more per se? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, he ends up leaving the haven, and he ends up going to find Stephen. He has this little talk with Stephen, letting him know, like, you know, you're all that mattered, and you were such a big part in helping me, you know, live my life. And he lets him know, like, you know, Khonshu wasn't my superpower, you were my superpower. And as he's over there in the same plane as Stephen is, he starts to turn into sand as well. But before he's about to completely turn into sand, he puts the heart onto Stephen's hand, and then his hand is over the heart as well. And just as you think that maybe Mark is going to turn into sand and Stephen's going to be free, they actually both get freed. And then the gates open back to like the real world, and so everything is good now. So they end up going back to the real world. And then they know they got to stop Amit, you know, together. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, in the same body though, but together though. You know, they're more one than ever before. You know what I'm saying? They're more in sync than ever before. Um, so we see that Khonshu ends up talking to Amit after he's freed, and then they end up fighting each other for a second, and Amit, you know, kind of gets the upper hand and beats Khonshu up. And then we see Mark becomes Moon Knight again, and Mark and Steven end up talking to Khonshu. Uh, and, you know, Steven's like, look, like, you're not going to play Mark, you're not going to play me. After we do this deed for you, you're freeing us. And Khonshu's like, all right, you know, I'll do that. I'll do that. And then there's this scene where like Layla's ends up talking to like this dying god, and uh, about how to like take out Amit. So you know, I don't know which god that was, but it was like the god with the black suit on, so I'm not sure. Um so after that, we see this scene where Layla does become the goddess's avatar temporarily, from what she's saying. But yo, this was dope. She becomes the goddess's avatar, bro, to help destroy Amit. And Arthur, Amit, and his followers, they just start judging everybody. Like, even his followers are just starting to grab people's arms, and then their souls will either float or they'll stay there if they're good. So everybody's starting to get judged. Like the rate if you thought the rate was crazy before for the judge for the souls hitting and uh I can't remember what that place was called, but like the in between worlds, whatever you want to say, the souls are coming in way harder now. Um, Mark and Steven, they end up fighting Arthur. Khonshu ends up fighting Amit, and then Arthur gets the upper hand on Mark. Well, let me also say that Layla was there as well, helping um, Mark and Steven to fight Arthur. But anyways, Arthur gets the upper hand on Mark, on Steven, on Layla, and then all of a sudden, like he uses his staff and he puts it on Mark's chest as Mark is Moon Knight, and it ends up like sucking his power away. And then all of a sudden, bro, he sees that also Arthur's henchmen are going after Layla, and she's kind of pinned down for a second. She can't really help herself, and this is like caused him to get furious, and he ends up blacking out. And when he wakes up, Arthur is knocked out. All the people that were around are not, they're gone. Layla's like, like, what was that? You know what I'm saying? And then Mark is like, yo, that wasn't you, Steven. And Steven's like, no, that wasn't you either. So that was, again, their third personality that we know that we had, that Mark and Steven share in that body. So we haven't met them yet, but we know that there is a third personality. Just like we have been getting a clue about a third personality throughout like a few of the last episodes. So anyways, so after that, we see that Mark and Steven, they head to Khonshu to help him bind Amit's help him bind Amit back to Arthur, and then so that way they can destroy them. Because like I said, Amit was fighting Khonshu as the avatars were doing their thing. So now, like I said, it's important for Moon Knight, Mark and Steven, and Layla to go where Khonshu and Amit is. Now they have Arthur unconscious. Take him, bind him back with Amit, and then they can kill him or stop him. So as they're making a way to do this, and they actually start to do the spell or the chant, whatever you want to say, to bind Amit back to Arthur. Amit tries to talk to Khonshu and says, we can rule together. We can do this the same way. We're like the same people, But Khonshu's like, nah, like I can't do that, and you're about to die. So Amit gets cast back to Arthur, and then after that, Khonshu tells Mark to kill Arthur, because now that they're binded together, if he takes out Arthur, he'll take out Amit. But Arthur doesn't want to. I'm sorry. But Mark doesn't want to do that. That's not the way that he would want to do it. And he says honestly that to Khonshu, like, you're starting to sound like Amit, like you're, what I'm saying, I don't want to do that. So Khonshu is like, all right, whatever, and Khonshu releases Mark and Steven as promised. Steven / Mark, they wake up in the psych ward again, and then they have a conversation with Arthur, and then they end up back in their bed again, and like how, like on episode 1, and then I guess you say Mark or Steven, they wake up and then they hop out the bed and they try to like kind of run, and the chain's on their leg again, and the circle of sands around the bed. So obviously it comes back full circle, and they're back to their regular life. Um, and then we go to the end credit, man, and then we see Jake, the third entity or third personality inside of Mark and Steven's body. And he goes to talk to Arthur, and now Arthur is in a psych ward, like a real psych ward in real life, you know what I'm saying? And then we're seeing that the people in the facility, some of them have been killed, and they've been killed by Jake. And then Jake is actually taking Arthur out of the facility, and when he takes him out of the facility, he puts him inside of a limo, and inside of the limo is Khonshu. And it's like, what the, you know? And we see Khonshu explain to Arthur that you're about to die. And Arthur's like, you can't kill me. And he's like, don't worry, I don't have to do it. I got Jake. And so he turns around, and this is the first time that Arthur's actually seen who Jake was, and he realizes that this is Mark and Steven, like another alter ego or another personality inside of them. You know what I'm saying? And, he's tripping out, whatever it may be. And then so Jake turns around and he shoots Arthur, and now Arthur's dead, and also Ahmet would be dead as well, if I'm not mistaken. And that's the end of this season. Man, this was a crazy episode. This was a crazy season. Let me see. So three of my favorite scenes: Steven and Mark, once they get freed, once they come back, you know what I'm saying? That was a dope scene, and them having that touching moment together, you know what I'm saying? And the second favorite scene would be seeing Layla's avatar form, bro. When she first turned into the avatar form, bro, I was like, yo, let's go. It wasn't woke. It worked out perfectly. I was like, yo, this is dope. I'm feeling this. I'm liking her. And it was a dope scene, man. Third favorite scene would be Layla's avatar mode and Moon Knight / Steven and Mark's Moon Knight mode going against Arthur, bro. That was a awesome scene. So much to gather in that. You know what I'm saying? It was a dope scene. I definitely liked it. And I want to go back and watch it just to see that part, if not just the whole episode. You know what I'm saying? But that would be three of my favorite scenes right there. For a grade, you already know it's getting a 10 out of 10, baby. You already know it's getting a 10 out of 10. So it's a 10 out of 10 for me. It's been a 10 out of 10 for like at least of these last few episodes, man. And just me enjoying this whole series and getting to where I'm at right now and seeing the full picture, man. I got to give this series a 10 out of 10. I got to say this is my favorite Marvel series on Disney Plus. It earned that right. It wasn't that from the beginning, but it earned that right now at this point. There's no other show that's on there that I've enjoyed more than Moon Knight. So I'm hoping for a second season. I'm hoping for some movies, whatever it may be. Please, and what is his name? Oscar Isaac or something like that, bro. The dude that plays Moon Knight, man, this guy is a brilliant actor. He deserves an award for his portrayal of Mark, Steven, Moon Knight, Jake, whoever else is going to be. You know what I'm saying? He deserves an award for that. But, yeah, dude, this is a 10 out of 10 episode, a 10 out of 10 series for me. My favorite series, my favorite Marvel series on Disney Plus thus far. I'm wanting more. I'm needing more, man. Please, let's get some more going. But yeah, man, that's it, man. If you guys saw this episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Are you looking forward to some Moon Knight movies? Are you looking forward to another Moon Knight season? What were some of your favorite scenes? Which episode did you enjoy the most out of this whole season? Let me know about that in the comments down. And what do you grade this season? Let me know about that in the comments down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Until next time.